Welcome guys, day 148 backtesting until unprofitable. And it's looking good so far. I had started backtesting a little bit earlier, but let's just go through it. So the analysis I have here is that I'm bearish, and I think this MT could potentially not hold after we have this down close candle here and up close candle here, and I think it could act as an order block. So when I go down the 4 hour, as it trace back into it, we're respecting this gap, and I think we're gonna go lower. Might probably not reach the daily highs, it's possible, but I still would like to see it go lower. After all, we have a new day open gap here, so I like to see us drop into it. We closed here, open here, so yeah, that drove into the new day open gap. So first, we're in the huge 1 hour very early gap and 4 hour gap around there, and I go internally somewhere around here. I see a beautiful sweep of highs. Now I go lower to the 15-minute. Instead of dropped again and pushed higher, surging this buy side all over here, and honestly this will prompt me to take some shorts. But let's go lower, maybe we'll find some more conviction. Let's wait a little bit more. Ooh, this is enough. This is enough. Take an entry there. I'm late. Stop loss somewhere around there. Target will be there. I could have entered earlier, but I accepted. I sabotaged myself. But that move is not gonna be something crazy that I would cry over. Seriously, bro? But we're still bearish by the looks. End up pushing up. When I go 15, end up taking out this high here, and we're still in the 1 hour gap, which is making me think that could drop. So we're somewhere above there, putting in an SMT. Let's see, where is the midnight open for this thing? The midnight open is right here, and you can see we pushed up the midnight open, dropped, traced back higher, and I honestly think it's gonna go lower, but I ain't gonna take this short. Let's just check the 15 and take another small short. If we lose it, then we're crazy, we're screwed, but it's normal. But I think once we've shifted somewhere around here and retraced, we're close to midnight open. I don't think we'll have to retrace to full discount. Let's check. Do we have any fair value gap in premium here? None. So now let's let this move and see. It's moved 50% of the move. I'm waiting for somewhere around those lows. TP hit 2R. Hit in the morning. So actually, when I look at the time in the analytics, I think all my trades are like around in the 950 macro. Ooh, this decline is shit. Decline is shit, man. For real. Anyways, do they feel like the average? Like time I entered most of your trades? Because I think this will what I mean, a potential target, but yeah, it's what it is, man. Now let's see what happens like before lunch hour. So what can I learn from this trade is that when we're most likely close to the midnight open, retracing to discount can sometimes be like unnecessary. And actually, this is another component to add to your size. Like we'll run buy side one more time, which is absolutely beautiful. Very, very clean. But would I have found an entry on ES? The reason I'm looking on ES is because when you look at the weakness, it's on ES because it's the one that didn't form the high. I mean, the strength is on ES and the weakness is on NQ, and you can see ES even dropped like to the take profit even faster than NQ could when you compare these two highs, and you can compare how fast we got to this low here. Like actually we had even took it out earlier, but let's compare at least this low here. It was taken out at 1020 while NQ so nothing. Okay, I think that idea was implemented. 1020 we were okay, we were also close, but we hadn't taken out yet, so just a matter of waiting. I'd like to see what the PM session will do as well. Let's fast forward 1 hour. Ooh, beautiful drop. Very beautiful drop. But it's lunch hour. Yeah. And we end up tanking lower. Oh god, I'm fast forwarding the 1 hour, I think. Took this on Friday, and look at what happened on Monday. Ran the lows here, run the highs, and then I started dropping. Now that we run these highs, I actually think we could, start going lower. But here it looks like there could be an entry, like somewhere around 12:15, but slash hour or so. I'm not learning to trade in that hour. Buy side purged, the mark drops. So let's see what happens in the PM. And let's go the next day. Till first, we on Tuesday. It was just this new day open up here, and we've swept out this low, and I think that's the same thing ES did as well. And we ended up taking out this low, this one here, so which is very good. So it shows that we could still be bearish. Anyways, here we've hit our target, so we probably have a retracement inside an inside day. So I don't think we're gonna go above these highs here. Just gonna reject once more and drop. If we push here, we can push into this encroachment or this one here, but we've already done that like on the Friday. So now I'm gonna go down for H. Let's see how it looks like. So there's another block there. Be looking for a real gap that's in premium, and I got the 1 hour. It could be even a little bit better, and though we don't have a real gap, but we can see that there's another block here. So let's mark it up. This thing here, 15. Can take. Would like to see these highs get ripped off. Buy side liquidity from Asia. What else? Let's just put it in around there until the market opens at 9:30. Tank immediately and okay, sus. I'd like to take a buy there, but let's first check if we're in sync with the midnight open. Midnight open is there. I think we're quite below it, and the reason I would like to take this trade is because, well, we've run sell side, and let's do this so you can spot any SMTs. You can see that we're pushing higher. I don't think this is gonna present any tomorrow on this gap. So we have an SMT, beautiful one, run on pre-market lows. It's a beautiful sweep there. I want to go up to 15. I thought there was a gap there, but looks, oh, there actually is. The 30-minute and only 1 hour. So I'd like to see some buys inside here. What news were these? It was just not news, it was just like the end of a Friday. Now, onto the daily. So I'm gonna go back to 15. I would like to see a push. So this encroachment will obviously be respected. So since I'm expecting it to be an inside day, it should not be a really big range. But these highs, I really think they're good candidates. So we have the sweep. We've got the SMT. And what news did we have on this day? I had news on Monday though. Was ISM PMI stuff. What's this? FOMC press conference. So we have FOMC week. This is FOMC week, so we gotta add that to the tags. 995. Viewerships around somewhere around there. 1 minute. Retrace to a gap. Just right there. So So I'd like to take an entry somewhere inside there, since we're below the midnight open. So this is the midnight open. This is one of the targets, and potentially would like it to expand somewhere above there, but we'll see what it does. And also another thing I want to target to learn, like in this month, like when to go on with risk or when to de-risk. It's something I want to learn like this month, so I'll kind of evaluate that. Trail, we're back to the midnight open. Ooh, very crazy retracement. Okay, we've taken out these highs, but we haven't reached somewhere around there. Let's check the 15-minute time frame. We haven't reached there as well. And 5-minute, it's possible that it could be retracing into this fair value gap here, so let's just wait. Ooh, crazy sweep. Yikes. Anyways, let's check. Is this the discount? Yep, discount. Let's see where this kind of closes. Yeah. Still think it's gonna go higher, man. We're still in this gap here. And we're okay. Pretty close to the first presented fair value gap. I think this was the first presented fair value gap was this one though. Still, I'm gonna go higher, man. We take an entry inside here. Problem is that I could be wrong, but it's okay to be wrong. Let's just see if I'm not mirroring my bias. Yeah, it looks bullish, man. It looks bullish here, so I'd like to see some more buys and enter with another 1%. So if we lose, then we'll be losing 2% for the day. That will be it. Crazy sweep out from to it cooked. So next day it's inarguable that we were wrong, and it looks like the day never ends up even coming up to any of the places that we wanted. So this was like a consolidation space, and they pretty much expect this day to be the same. And here's why. We've taken out lows. I think market's like still deciding where to go. Pretty shit price action, man. And I think the analytics are dropped drastically. Let's be doing the 2021. Come back after refreshing. That's how it works. We have left the 2021, so you gotta come back. So let's go back to the daily. New day open. So we've got this rate on lows. We're bullish here. We're bearish. Like you can see that we're dropping, but low key, I would like to have some bullish momentum. Even though it will be like a small bullish momentum, but poke into this high will be okay, into this gap here. except if the market doesn't show us any opportunity to do so. But when we go down to the 1 hour, have some pretty good sell side, buy side resting around here. So that will be my target. And we have two periodic gaps. This one here, which one is in discount? So this one is in discount. So I'd like to see that one before I take any entry. Now I'm gonna go down to 15. Have some lows there, and we're on Tuesday, right? So where's the midnight open at? It'd be crazy if it's high, and that means that we potentially could not even go that low. So let's wait on the 5. Why is it like this? What does this mean? Post market? We're at 9:13, man. Huh. Crazy. To end up dropping into the gap, as I was looking for that. Like to see retracement into a gap though. Okay, this is a beautiful retracement. I think this is discount of the range. Nope, it's not. How about this swing here? So discount. Also got to keep in mind that it's possible that it could even go lower, but here I think I could find some buys internally. Put my stops around there. Target these highs, right, equal highs, and they're above the midnight open. Come on. This is the worst trade, man. What kind of movement is this? Go to 5 minute. I mean, look at how far we are in ES than we are on NQ. So let's check the 15 minute. Where did let's just wait, man. Look at this. Drop very close to SL. Sweep out this low again. And then we start flying higher. Hitting take profit just like that. Oh, by the way, this account was in drawdown. And now we're fighting to get out of drawdown. So crazy. And we hit take profit by a tick. So we're about to go into the other macro as well. I think these equal highs also will get taken out. So if this target could extend up to there at least. Sweet, boom. So this could have been a 3.89 out of trade. And as 11 opens, you can see it forms the power of 3. Okay, open somewhere here, drop, push higher, shift, retracement into the gap, and a small move like from here to here, around 20 points. Not big, but I mean, could be going to target. So I go up to the 1 hour, you can see that my objective has been met, which was a push up to here, take out the high. Go up on the daily now and see that we're pretty close to the daily gap, so can just as well wait and see what happens as we get close to it. As you can see, even before we arrive into it just right before lunch, so this could be the potential like target, moving around 5.75R for what's this, like 1 hour, 2 hour move up to 1 hour. You can see it's looking cool. Can dip lower, let me start delivering to the upside. I think go to the next day open. Some crazy ass SMTs there. I think we're gonna reject this gap that we're in, and I appreciate that we came up into this break block here to push up breaker, very value gap. So could potentially have some sells. After all, ES is also inside there. We can do this and put the gap, this and this. This could be like 2, and probably make them like purple. Can't help but notice this. Wait. 4 hour retraced to the disk, to the premium, to the wick, right? So you can do it like this, just for the purpose of clarity. Right now, when I go down the 1 hour, you can also see this. And this. So like right now, I would like to just take sells, put my stop there, look for price to go lower. It's also possible that it could be rebalancing, so could wait for these gaps as well. Very, very clean. This is the high of Monday. Where's Monday's trading here? Monday's high is somewhere around there. Wonder why they put it. Let's check again though. Monday, like this is the high here. Monday 19th July. Why is the high here? Oh, actually this Sunday stuff is counted on Monday, so it's okay. So I'd like to see a rejection. I mean, they could probably draw into this gap there. Since we shift retracement up there will be beautiful, and I think the going above the midnight open will be like a beautiful thing to do. So we gotta wait now. Okay, now we've done this, but I would like to short it like the moment we reject, which means the stop will be somewhere around there. Let's look at 15. It's also retracing into the gap, and I think we're gonna drop around somewhere there, where it could also enter somewhere here. So those are the potential targets. Let me make them a different color. sell side. Okay. It's possible it could be also about to do some other moves. Like let's make sure we're in track with the 15. Like if we're entering the 15, means that the stop loss should be somewhere about there. Let's take the risk. I mean, what else is there to lose? This is the effect of trading the first 10 minutes of the. Because I think now it's gonna drop. Shit. So what do we miss in the picture? The fact that we had an SMT here. We missed that. But we got obsessed by seeing like the bearish move play out. Let's see, are we gonna replace the constant approachment of the first week as well? Check. Like somewhere around from here to here. So we feel constant encroachment of that as well, taking out these highs and forming yet another SMT. Just is gonna drop. We have the shift somewhere around there. Let's see if we can retrace to, you know. But I think this is the midnight open. Is it? Or it's just the gap? Yeah, it's the gap. Where's the midnight open here? I think this is a reclaimed like inversion. Yeah, right. Yeah, another SMT. How's 1H? Very, very ugly. So what we learned from here is that we're forming a buy model from this. And this. So drop, then this is the buy side of the curve. First move that we caught was this. Second thing is this thing. You can see you have like a 1 hour gap, but instead I focused like on the daily gap. Lesson of the day, the daily gap is not the tiebreaker. It's not something that should always work out. So what I said is that we were sweeping this low here, left band gap. So this is also part of the buy model, meaning that all of this is like pretty much useless. And all this gap, all the daily gap marks useless. But instead, we mark the relatively equal lows that was swept out. You can see how beautiful it is in this family gap here. And if you notice, midnight open, drop below the midnight open, then we start pushing higher. And I go down to 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure there is a potential entry here. There is this midnight open. So look at the moment we go below it, we retrace higher, and exactly at 8:45. So this is like a pre-market entry. Let's check the 2 minute. It could be even more clearer. Alright, so the entry is somewhere around there. 5 as well could be even more cleaner. So this is 8:45. You can see the gap here. You can also see this gap here. So on the 1 minute, 1 minute, you could potentially catch it on this gap here. So this gap, let's make it kind of like transparent. Oh, bad color, mate, bad color. Then internally we get this gap again, and we don't essentially break below it. The reason because you check these lows here. They're relatively equal, which means it's a potential liquidity. So you could as well wait. Let's see if it forms an SMT with those lows early on in the day. There's a low here, low here. So ES had taken those lows. You can see it had, so even though here they looked like they were equal lows. So let's check. You can see actually 15 had a good entry. You can enter right here, stop somewhere around there, and your target is high. And when is it achieved? Like a couple of hours later. This is the target, then you enter the gap. Target being here, and your stop loss being like around somewhere there, or let's say here, making it a 3.9 hour, almost a 4 hour. So beautiful trade as it looks. So we shouldn't be biased by the daily gap. Like, it doesn't mean that if the market's bullish, it's bullish. So we happen to be wrong. So this is the market maker model that was playing out. Now we go back to the daily time frame, and what I could see is that we're heading to the buy and to the upside. And also have another sweep here, and we've got this. And go to 4H, you can see beautiful retracements to the gap, beautiful retracement into a fair value gap here, small one there. So I think that we could also retrace into this one here and then head to these highs, or even these relatively equal highs, which would mean that we could be heading to the all-time highs. So there's also this daily high here, so gotta keep that in mind as well. Now we've got this fair value gap here, and here is the midnight open. We're currently below it. We're taking sell side, and we got down. We're on the 1 hour, so we have no gap yet. I've retraced no gap yet. We have gaps, but I haven't retraced to any gap yet. So I'm thinking maybe the 930 could be aggressive and drop inside there, but we're not here to predict. We just want to see what happens from a 5 minute SMT. one more drop and key. Ooh. To get an investment back to full discount, both are premium. And the first target gets mid like without caution, and well, we weren't in any crucial gap except for this 15-minute fair value gap here and the sweep of these relatively equal lows. And end up even pushing higher. We go back to 1 hour. How it's looking like with are these all-time highs though? I don't think so. It's not yet all-time highs, but when we go to 15, you can see that we're forming or about to form fair value gap. But on the 5, we've already formed one. Looks like we're heading for the highs without like any entry provided. So next candle that could open, we can enter on the P of 3 of it. Okay, now here we drop, and I think this was not the minute I opened, was another liquidity level. And 5 minute, I think cool buy because we ran these lows here. Run these lows, and I think we're gonna go higher. Beautiful. So we live behind this other block, the fair value gap. So like to enter there, stop around there, target relatively equal highs. Can't be serious. Another loss. Consolidating. So price ends up dropping lower. I think this is like a retracement just to go higher again. Can actually buy from here. Glaze can see it going higher and just fast forward it. So, good delivery. See, end up taking out this highs here. and entry appeared like a little bit before line sharp would close, which was here, and we had rebalanced back to discount, like this. You can see discount price, fair gap from the morning. I mean, there's no better delivery than this on the day. So if you manage to enter on this gap and your target is a high, get around 50 ticks and 50 handles. It's like 100, 200 handles, ticks. So beautiful delivery. Kind of required an early entry here, but yeah, is what it is, man. So another thing I've noticed is like when the morning opens with that huge explosive move and PM session retrace, like the lunch session retraces to take out the 10 a.m. lows, we usually like retrace back higher in the PM session, so you can learn how to find entries based off of that. Whew. I feel like I should take a break. I'll do some push-ups to get back into the mood, because obviously burn rate is screwed up. But yeah, I mean, it's okay. You can live with it and keep improving it as market conditions keep on changing. Now, very beautiful move. We actually hit all-time highs already on in Q. Meanwhile, ES, not just yet. I think so. Yep. And another thing is that yesterday's delivery was so perfect that, let's check it out. Let's do the 15. Look, push her like by actually it was this was a new day, so I can say it was this day's delivery, but okay, this was enough that day, and you can see what happened like at 6, at 4 and at 3. Now let's do a reanalysis again, and by the looks I am bullish. Like the market doesn't show, I don't see any reason to go lower so far. We've swept lows, we're in a gap, we were in a gap and looking to draw higher. Swept lows, pushed higher, looking for it to also take out those highs. So I'm looking for price to continue expanding higher and higher and higher. And another thing I've learned is marking the midnight open. The reason is because you can enter off of the power of 3 of what you think that candle is going to do. So what do you think this daily candle is going to do? I think it's going to expand higher. So if I think it's going to expand higher, I would obviously like to see it go below the midnight open, draw below it, probably take out some sell side, then draw higher. Now that we have this, have some relatively equal lows here. I'd like to see the lows taken out. I also think that we will go higher in ES. Let's see, do we take them out or do we just look them? And actually, if we take them out and ES doesn't, that means there is an SMT, which is something I would be happy to see. Ooh, very aggressive open that drops very crazily. And funny thing is, we dropped to this low here, and ES hasn't taken that out yet. And now when we go here, let's see how the 1 minute is looking like. We're going back above the minute open, 15 minute. We saw that lows, we were in a fair value gap, and I would like to see a retracement back to just a small gap inside here, and I'll enter because you have the shift structure there. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 minutes looking cleaner. Have this gap here. Keeping in mind that even though I enter on this one, I have to keep in mind that this one is also there, and the reason I didn't wait for discount is because we are already below midnight open. So I think like this whole buffer would hold me, and targets obviously will be the all-time highs, I think. Yeah, and they will give us like a 1.25 hour. We're not about to get any other retracement at least. So you can take something like this. If market drops, then take more buys. If the market drops, take more buys. Drop once more, hit the gap, forming an SMT, and I would like to add here like 0.7. Whole both take profits get hit very nicely here. So this is the funny thing of I really like how I scaled in, like took a buy here, market dropped, I took another buy, it's looking clean. So it's Friday. I'd like to sit down and reevaluate instead of now just doing the backtesting, what I've learned so far and what I would like to see that's wrong on my strategy. Freaking 323 trades. I don't know why they feel like they're few, but let's go to the journal and take a look at some stuff. I mean, what's the purpose of backtesting if we can, just go and accumulate the data and see what's okay and what's not. And I'm also thinking of switching to trade seller, but yeah, we'll see. Why isn't the journal loading? Okay, loads again. So I had this was the limit. The trades I take today get journaled, but then why are only 29 journaled? Like I haven't only, oh, it's 3. Wait, what do you mean 10 of 29? Oh, 29 pages. Oh, sorry, I thought they had journal only those. This is just 20. So I would like to add a tag of filtering news, but so far you can see September 19th, so a long return on investment 2.2, lose 0.2, make 2.5, make 4. So as I had said, something I want to learn is how to know when to put on risk and how to de-risk. I think I'll detect it maybe through the patterns of when I see more conviction the trades. But let's see, what does ChatGPT think of it? I know the problem is that it will tell me something very sometimes impossible, but I like its delusion. So let's see. Hi, I would like to know when to go with the risk and when to de-risk. How can I know when to do so? See, so for risk, market conditions favor rate, high volatility, but green structure, blah blah blah. You're in segmentally, you're trading well, following good plan. Recent trades have reached good execution. Management says calm. Okay, trades setup is high conviction. Ton of A plus setups, not marginal or forced trade. Risk reward is asymmetric. Risking 1 to make 3 to 5 at least. News events work in your favor. You've marked liquidity ahead of FMC, blah blah blah. And be aggressive with scaling and the risk. Tropian clear market execution is of a streak of losses from mistakes, hesitation, or breaking rules. So this is when you should go risk off. Asia's low probability right now. Why did they say slow Asia session if trading this is? Does that mean that if we have like an Asia session that's slow, then that means we could have a slow day? Because I know that Asia determines how the day will move. It's a good delivery to all-time highs. Okay, I don't know, but don't hear me wrong, but all-time highs are really looking good in my favor sometimes, because as for the current market conditions, they've been doing good for me, and the stats are really looking nice. But what I want to see now is the behavior of the trades, like sweep, push higher, shift right there. And the beautiful SMT, by the way. So this entry, let's see, could you shorten it? But you can wait for another touch of the midnight and make it like a 2.2, or you just risk more. It's easy. It's 2. Well, not a bad entry though. full delivery here. Now, the reason I'm pausing is I would like to see how is it rejecting, like, will the fib levels catch up? Will the edge transition affect the movement? Let's see. I think it's going to continue higher, obviously. Let's see. You can see you end up continuing higher, and this is rebalance is looking nice. 5 minute. Look at the power of 3 here. The moment this candle closes, if you're thinking the next candle is going to be bullish, then this thing here, go back to the 5 minute. The candle closes here. Where did the candle close? Candle 45 close here, and then a new candle opens, drops lower, pushes it, drops lower once more, then starts push. So you can put an entry there if you think the market's going to go higher because you think like the candle is going to deliver higher, and that will be the power of 3 in action. Okay, so let's look to what the PM position is potential to do. Overshoots, and let's check the 15. I think the call potential to rebalance. No crucial gaps inside there. 15 rebalance, then continue higher, obviously. So since I'm expecting a power of 3, I'd like to see when the candle closes, which it's gonna close now. And the new one opens, drop lower, power of 3 is already in this 1 minute. Let me mark this. The 1 minute, you can see this is where this candle opened. We run this low. I think we could reach to these relatively lows though, so I'm just gonna wait. To fall short of them forming some kind of SMT, showing me that NQ could be stronger. Remember the 15 minute is still in play, and here it's looking pretty fine. Like we've shifted, retraced into the fair value gap, and yet another retracement. So and another candle action has actually opened here. Still would like to see some of those get taken out, but yeah, it is what it is. Retracement to the gap. Nope. So this is another entry model I can perfect over time, but let me first perfect this one and then make another PO3 entry model. Like you might not get a retracement to the gap, but you can enter off of the PO3. You can see that the candle is dropping. This time that it's moving lower, you can find a way to position yourself. For example, in this gap here, let's say you position yourself in this gap here. This means that your target is like a 3R already, and this 3R is delivered in a couple of minutes. So it's pretty crazy what you can do, but putting my full focus and seeing how I can make it more effective. So this has been a pretty good session, and hopefully